Good afternoon, friends. We just got in from our lunch shift, and I made that ham salad this morning before I left for work, and I didn't even think about what I was going to have for lunch. So, went to my pantry to see what I had, and I found some egg noodles, and it's kind of cold here today in Southern Ohio. I would say cold. It's nice and cool. So, this would be great to have today. I've got some potatoes boiling back here. I peeled those before I left for work and left them in water while I was gone. Now I grabbed, listen, this is why I canned chicken. I grabbed one of my beautiful cans of chicken here, and I kind of chunked, when you can it, they're kind of solid. So I just kind of took my spoon and broke that chicken up. I'm going to add that to my stock pot. Wait, it smells so good. All of my chicken in there, and that broth that it made on its own broth. I'm going to add a can of cream of chicken soup. Now that's going to make our chicken broth super creamy for those noodles. We're going to just change it up. Now you could use canned chicken, buy you a couple of cans from the store, or buy you a rotisserie chicken and pluck it, or cook your own chicken, whatever you have on hand. That is why I canned that chicken, was for days like this. All right, it smells so good. I'm not going to add any salt right now because I did add salt when I canned the chicken. The soup is a little salty, but I am going to add some black pepper. And I'm going to add some chicken broth now. Don't have any chicken broth. I bet water will be okay. Why don't you look at that? Listen, I'd eat just that. That looks amazing. That'd be good on a biscuit. Oh, wait, I should have thought of that. Oh, well. We're going to make the noodles. I'm going to add some chicken stock here. I'm going to take it to the stove and let it boil, and then I'll put my noodles in. I haven't decided how much noodles I'm going to make. I'd like to have some leftovers for tomorrow, so I don't have to cook tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We're always super busy. It's holiday weekend, so I don't really know how busy we'll be. Take this. There we go. I'm going to add more of this chicken stock here. You want a good amount of broth to cook those noodles in. All right. Now, I'm going to take this to the pizza oven. I always call it the oven. Take it to the stove, and I'm going to boil it, and I'll come back and show you what we're going to do when it comes to a boil. All right, we're back. I know this is such a weird angle, but as you can see, my broth is boiling. Now it's time for these egg noodles. I like to keep these in the pantry for just such an occasion. Now, the back of the package says 7 to 8 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer for 6. And then what I like to do is I like to shut it off and put the lid on and let those noodles cook and absorb all that broth. So there we go. I'm going to set the timer now for 6 minutes. I'm going to bring that back up to a boil. I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to cook it for 6 minutes without the lid. I'm going to bring it back up to a boil, keep an eye on it, and then we're going to come back and I'll show you what I do. Okay, our 6 minutes is up. As you can see, the noodles have gotten really soft. That was 6 minutes. Now, I'm just going to take my lid, put it on. I'm going to scoot it off the heat. I'm going to set the timer for another 2 minutes. And these should be perfection. And while they are finishing up, I'm going to go ahead and mash our potatoes. And we'll be right back. All right, friends, we are back. The Easy Day noodles are ready. Look at those. Not quite as quick as going through the drive-thru, but a lot tastier. And it's probably more economical because I think I got these noodles on sale for like $1.25. So this was a 16-ounce bag that I cooked. And I used 32 ounces of the chicken broth, which I got on sale, and then 1 can of cream of chicken soup. And then all of that wonderful noodles have absorbed that wonderful liquid. Like I said, I cooked them for 6 minutes, took them off the heat, put that lid on, and let that sit and let it finish cooking on its own, and let all those noodles absorb that beautiful broth and chicken. Here we go. Added a little bit of pepper again, and I added a little bit of parsley. Look at me. It's almost witch season. My cauldron. So we got my noodles. I whipped up some mashed potatoes. I peeled those this morning before I left, and I kept them in salted water. My mom used to do that. She would peel and do her potatoes early, and then whenever she went to cook them, she just turned them off. So we got the mashed potatoes, we got the noodles, I got some leftover Brussels sprouts, we got some leftover broccoli. No veggie goes to waste, and we've got some cottage cheese. We're a cottage cheese favorite. And there's lunch, half hour, tasty. Try those noodles, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And once again, I thank you for stopping by my little kitchen and hanging out with me. Have you some noodles. Bye, friends.